Hello and welcome back everyone to the Powder Toy, and today I have the best map I have ever seen for you today. So this is called the Dynamic City Map, and it's made by Whaleser, and it is absolutely beautiful. So let me give you a few examples on why it's beautiful, and let you see how it plays out. So it's called Dynamic because it actually grows and moves over time. They must have made this pretty painstakingly because it is absolutely awesome how it turns out. So as you can see, we have plants on the right side and there's a lot of movement. The map is actually kind of driving itself. So we have salt, which is slowly eroding away this mountain over here. And we can tell that the city may be in a little bit of trouble because as the plant over here is growing into the pipes, it's actually starting to clog things up. Look at that. So as the plant goes into the pipes and clogs things up, now the water is starting to overfill, and when the water overfills, look at this, it's breaking into this container of salt, and now things are about to go horribly wrong in many ways. Our building up here is starting to fall. This over here, this entire area is still falling apart. But it just continues to escalate and escalate and escalate. And we can attempt to fix things and save the city. But no matter what we do, there's a problem. It's actually quite challenging to save the city. But we'll make a few attempts after, you guys see what happens normally. So as you can see, things are happening. As the salt mixes into the water and it makes salt water, it starts killing the plant, which we would think is a good thing because now the plant is unclogging. We can get through the pipes again, but you'll also notice that the salt water is eroding away the mountain itself. That's right. That's a problem. Because when the mountain is eroding away, it means that things are going to collapse, and it's not going to be pretty. As you can see over here, this part of the bridge is actually about to collapse on its own. And, oh, so over here we had some acid was just dropped into the water, and boom! We're losing this entire bridge, and this section of the entire city is getting covered in rubble. An absolute mess. Down here we have water leaking through and breaking things. Now we have this bridge which is collapsing over time. It's absolutely insane. But now it's time for us to try to save the city. So let's restart, and I think the first thing we can try to do is stop the plants. If we can stop the plants from clogging up the system, then we can prevent this salt from ever being opened up. Actually, let's make that twofold. Let's go ahead and try to protect the salt at the same time. I'm going to use breakable materials that the map can actually damage, such as iron, to make sure that this is somewhat fair, and I'm not going to be too ridiculous, because we want a little bit of a challenge. There we go, we have given a little bit of extra casing to this salt container. Hopefully it helps. And we're going to try to get rid of the plant. Let's go ahead and use fire for that. So, if I go ahead and grab some fire and we try to just burn this away, hopefully we can get rid... Ooh, I feel a little bit nervous with this fire. Oh, it's getting into the pipes! I'm too slow. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's going too slow. It's going too slow. We need to clean out the pipes and get rid of the plant. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this a little bit more aggressively. Come on. Oh, shoot! See, it's really challenging, and we're completely ignoring what's going on the right side of the map as well. It's really a balancing act trying to take care of all of the different crises at the same time. How are we going to kill that plant? Well, I can just try to manually do it. And just... See, small amounts of damage are being done. There's not a ton we can do about that. There's going to be some losses. I don't think there's any way to just do this perfectly without there being any damage. But I want to... Oh, and now yeast is starting to grow down here because the fire heated up the water. No! Okay, so to deal with that, let's go ahead and get some iron and let's fortify this side of the city. Let's fortify this, and at the same time, I'm going to try to strengthen this right here, connecting to the bridge. Now there's salt here, so that is an issue, because it'll eat through the iron rather quickly, but hey, it's better than nothing. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just try to repair and put in a little bit of a defensive structure here to prevent things from going too horribly wrong. We have to get rid of this salt. So we're going to... Unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove a house here to make this work. I'm going to try to make a mine thing here to try to just get the salt to fall. Or to just kind of, yeah, leak out. Because we want to get rid of the salt. The salt's going to cause a lot of problems if we don't remove it. So getting rid of it... Although I'm going to have to sacrifice a few parts of the city to make this work. I think it's critical to save everyone else, so I'm going to do what has to be done. Here we go. Alright, so... Oh, shoot! It's leaking into an area it's really not supposed to be leaking into. It's going to do a lot of damage. And on this side, the yeast is a mess. Everything is a mess. More iron. And pray. Okay, the salt is being removed, which is good. No salt means no damage, hopefully. Over here we have the yeast. The yeast I want to kill before it does any more damage. I think some high temperature will kill the yeast. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of thermite over here and light it on fire and see if that'll deal with it. Alright, never mind. I'm going to try to open up a little path to it and light it on fire, and it looks like we killed the yeast. Fantastic. Salt is almost gone. Yeast is dead. Looks like this acid will never get triggered. This salt is leaking in a tiny bit, but not quickly enough for it to be a major issue for us. I think I may have actually done it this time. I've had a lot of unsuccessful attempts to do this on my own. There's just so much that can go wrong. Alright, so we did take some damage to the city. There's no argument that... Okay, I just realized this entire mountain is collapsing now. It's not just the salt. Oops. What do I want to do about this? I can't exactly just throw iron down, because it's going to eat through it really quickly because it's salt. And it's going further down than that anyways. I may have made a miscalculation here for saving the city. Worst mayor ever. Or did it just stabilize at the last moment? No! We've lost a bridge! Shoot, the yeast and water down here are still doing damage. It looks like there is a ton of salt water in here. The salt over here is leaking in more than I had expected. Let's try to close this up again. This is not good. This is not good. We just lost part of the city. This bottom area just got covered in absolute rubble. But this level is still kind of okay, although the support isn't very good. I can try to build our own little lattice structure to keep it from collapsing. Gotta have our engineers working overtime right now. Alright, it's not pretty, but I think it might work. Okay. Things are not looking the best, but they could be worse. We have to remove the salt water somehow. It's going to cause major issues. Let's go ahead and try to make an avenue for the water. Oh, shoot. Okay. I can fix this. We'll use iron here just to make up for what I just did. And hopefully this will just allow all of this yeast and stuff to just pour out. That building was kind of already destroyed anyways. Alright, let's just knock this down and try to make this an escape route for the wall. Oh no, what happened? Oh shoot, this collapsed. Oh, we lost another level. Oh, and this is starting to leak through and flood. Oh man. We only really have one level that's unharmed at this point. And even then, that's a little bit of a stretch to say unharmed, considering that it was just unsupported and probably would have collapsed. Oops. Oopsies. That's unfortunate. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh boy, even with all this, all of the preparation, all of the things we did, it wasn't enough. We are absolutely screwed. And it's starting to eat through the support structure we just built as well. Charlotte's having a nightmare. That's not good. Calm down, Charlotte. It's gonna be alright. Oh, boy. Alright, let's give it another shot. Alright, how are we... We need to get rid of this plant very quickly. I feel like if we used some... Damn it, I'm gonna just cover it in oil. I don't want it to be a slow process. We're gonna have people just absolutely cover the plants in oil, and hopefully that will kill it before it spreads. Alright, this is going to be a slight amount. Hopefully this isn't a horrible idea. This could be a horrible idea. Oh, okay, that got rid of most of the plant. I actually think that worked well. I did not expect it to work well, but I think it did actually work well. There's a little bit of plant left here, but I'm just going to declare war on it and just absolutely knock that out. Okay. There has not been enough damage for the water to ever get clogged up. Now over here we have the salt issue. How to get rid of salt effectively. We're going to have to make an escape route for it, which is probably going to collapse this entire damn city, but we're going to sacrifice this here, and we're going to build just a hole for the salt to just leave through. Just if we can just drain the salt out immediately. I mean, that's gonna leave big gaps in the mountain and probably cause some issues, but it's better than everything falling apart immediately. Oh god, we missed some plant! No, we didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. No plant was missed. Nothing happened. Don't ask. Okay. Great. We've gotten rid of a lot of the salt. Although there is damage being done, it is making it into the city. It looks like I'm disturbing it and making it a little bit more of a problem, but, well, what can you do? Alright, it's being, for the most part, dealt with. It's being focused into a new area. I may actually just open that up just to get it down and away from the city. That's a big thing. Away from the city. Away from the city. Away from the city. I just need it to go away from the city. Alright, the salt has been, for the most part, moved away, and we can use water just to carry the rest of the salt out by absorbing it. Alright. Alright. The plan thus far has been a success. I believe we have managed to get rid of most of the salt, which means we have managed to mitigate most of the damage that will be done. This is not very stable, though, considering the massive cavern. So maybe we will deal with that next. Maybe we will deal with massive cavern problem. Alright, and the fact that this is kind of collapsing. There's still tiny bits of salt, but I don't think they can do too much damage. Water can do some damage too, so I need to be careful. Okay, let's go ahead and reinforce this using a lattice structure, yes. Because everyone knows lattice structure is the best for filling in giant man-made caves. Turn it into triangles, because triangles are a very good shape for structural rigidity. Fantastic. Now that we have structural rigidity, nothing can hurt us. We are invincible. Have I done it? Have we actually made something that'll survive the test of time? We've got some gas in the lines. The water's still coming through, and water can still do damage to iron. As you can see, it's pouring into the bottom level now. That's not good. It looks like we have lost 2 buildings. I can try to fix that and just get rid of the... Whoa! Boy. Alright, nope, those buildings are a loss. But the rest of this part of the city is not. We'll just build some wall or something here, I guess. I mean, how far can the water penetrate through the iron? That is the question. That is the question I do not have the answer to. I think the iron falls once it's damaged, so building something like that is only a temporary measure. It may just be that there's no way to save this city permanently. We can try to slow down its collapse, but this stream of water is the biggest issue. I mean, without salt, it's far less damage. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy, it opened up and it's pouring in. Okay, shoot. That is not good. Everyone there is going to die if I don't take action. Make an alternative way for the water to get out is what my gut is telling me. Because water equalization is on, we can decrease the level of this water by decreasing the level of this water. Right? Now people can get to the top of this building and try to run. They're already dead, let's not lie, but you know, at least we tried to do something. And now it won't be able to get up to these levels, but at the same time, we really need to support this structure somehow. So, maybe a few supports would be nice. If we have, like, ways to go under like this. Equalization, help us. Water equalization is on, right? Yes. Okay. So we have problems. We do have problems. Even our truss over here is starting to take a little bit of damage over time. Amazing. Fantastic. Who could have expected it? We lost the bottom level. I think we should just call the bottom level a loss. Let's just break the bridge and just say, yeah, the bottom level. Oh no, but this caused that to collapse. This bridge is literally only staying up by the grace of God. Oh no, oh god, I have to get it connected before, oh. That could have been really bad. Okay. Fantastic. Everything is fine. See, now this water is just exiting. This is a cut-through diagram, so there's actually stone back here holding the whole thing up totally. And everything's fine, I think. Have we reached a moment of stability? I mean, sure, the edges of this are going to erode away. Pretty much forever. Until something goes wrong. Like, for example, say that this gas in here ignited somehow. Damn Timmy with a cigarette. Damn Timmy. Actually, that didn't make too much of a difference. I thought that would be a little bit more catastrophic. If that got lit. Oh, never mind. The chambers kind of just merged. That still didn't cause any real damage. I do have my concerns. But I think for the most part, we saved the city. I think we did it. I mean, no, it's not by any means perfect, and I mean, the city isn't doing the best, but I do think we need to take care of this acid, though. I think the best way to neutralize the acid is just going to be pouring something in it to just balance it out. So let's just put some sand into there, which hopefully the acid will eat away instead of the city. Oh no! What have I done? Oh, I lifted... Oh, does sand not get eaten? Did I choose, like, the one thing that acid won't eat? Oh, no, I did, didn't I? And now the water's hitting the acid, and it's gonna get hot and make a ton of pressure as it turns into steam. And we just blew a massive hole into... Okay, test? I think I'm actually dumb. Let me just quickly check if I'm dumb. Is sand just something that... Oh, no. No, sand will get eaten by acid. Only glass won't. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't that dumb. Alright. Okay, I should probably do something about this bridge, because this is on the brink of collapse. Maybe I'll use... no, iron will just corrode just as quickly with it. Maybe it'll just hold up. I mean, it's really thin, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be moving at all, so maybe I should just not touch it and pray. Who's for the don't touch it and pray strategy? Show of hands in the comments. That'll be like any world government. I think it'll be fine. No need to touch what's not broken, you know. Okay. Alright, so how about we try to divert the flow of this out to the side rather than towards the city by just mining this. See? That should reduce the height of that water and help prevent disaster. Very nice. Very good. Huge fan of that. Alright, I think we have averted disaster, and then, I think we should very, very gently just remove this salt container. Oh, this clone, that's fantastic. I forgot about that. It is an unlimited amount of salt. Very nice. Great. Great, so now it's all salt water everywhere. That's fantastic. I'm sure that couldn't do any damage whatsoever. I am now slightly concerned. I have slight concerns about this whole salt thing. There's just salt chilling over there. A lot of salt water chilling down here now. Fantastic. Yeah, salt water is just really nasty. It does a lot of damage. Like, if I were to fill this with salt, I don't think the city would last much longer. Let's give it a nice test. Salt! There we go. We have a good amount of League of Legends players here. And, boom! Look, it immediately collapses, along with society. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and put our state-mandated nuclear explosion into the video. And, there we go. Anyways, this is my favorite map now. It is super, super awesome. I suggest you go check it out. Powder Toy is free. There's no excuse to not check it out. See you all next time. Peace out. We'll be doing more on this map. Let me know what you think I should do in the comments below. What was that face I just did? Fantastic. This is true Emperor form right here. Hey, wow, it's me, possibly your favorite YouTuber. You should go ahead and leave a comment below, subscribe, and like. Or maybe even support me on Patreon. For every person who supports me in any of those ways, I will delete one piece of salt from the earth. This will save millions of lives. Thank you guys. Have a nice night. Or day. I just realized it's like midnight for me, but you could be watching, well, I'm gonna guess it's about 2 o'clock p.m. EST. That's when I upload these. So, bye.